How's it going? It's Eon Redgrave here from MKAU Gaming, and this is the early look at Little Nightmares 2. I will admit, I have never actually played the Little Nightmares franchise, but after playing this level a few times over, I am heavily invested in playing the second one when it's released, and also getting through the first one before release. I'm aware that this computer AI controlled character here is from the first game, but I don't know anything about the lore from it. So my initial thought on the game was it's very eerie and creepy, which is what I love. I enjoy my horror games. There are a few things in horror games that just always cause me to freak out about, and this game has them. Mannequins. Bloody mannequins. A few things I do love about this game from what I played from this level is the lighting. I am a big fan of great lighting in horror games. The audio is fantastic, and the controls are pretty damn simple. They're not overcomplicated or anything. I have played this a few times before I've done this video. I was just having a few issues with resolutions, so it's not my first time on the rodeo for this game. But in saying that, I'm not just going to speed run through it. I'm going to take my time, so that way yous that are watching can experience the world instead of it just being over and done pretty quick. Lore features I do enjoy are the sounds, like listening to this hand skitter about on the floor. It's perfect. Being able to pan the camera around to look around for solutions for issues or puzzles is great. Like that there, I know I'm going to be climbing that and going through the vent. It's all about timing. The game does not have any health bars or anything. Like, if you make a mistake and you're caught or captured by anything, you're done. That's the first time that's ever happened. I thought I was well and clear out that vent. But obviously the hand was just quicker. Even just the audio of it, scaling the shelves after you, it's just fantastic. Hearing it's in the vent and just the dust particles coming from the roof. This game has itself done really well. And I do look forward to the final product, which is coming out next year. More on the release date at the end of the video. Personal flaw I think I've just got to get a bit used to is the timing of my swings with the weapons. And just remembering that they have a long range on them. Even though I've said that now, later in this video I will probably be completely forgetting about that and dying constantly. The hands only take 3 hits to die, but each time when you hit them, they retreat and then they come back in a different direction. And also, don't stand close to the hands. Thought I hit that. There we go. I like how the music isn't fully intense, like it's not really blaring at you like other horror games do when you're engaged in a combat or a chase. So, for those of you that are new to Little Nightmares like I am, it's very puzzle based, like it's a very puzzly based horror game. Which is a good mix. Like, I'm not usually big into puzzles, but from what I have been presented with, they're not really overly complicated. I don't think there was any that took me a long period of time to work out. Also, I worry for my AI friend. It will always be creepy, no matter how many times I've done this level, walking in and seeing the character just break fingers on a doll. It's weird. So I clearly need 2 fuses here, so I will just head around to the other door. Also, I'm still trying to gauge exactly where this building is. Like, that there's an oxygen tank. So, my first thought when I loaded in the game was, it's a hospital. But, at the same time, there's prison cells. And behind that door is an electric chair. Now that could be electroshock therapy. I don't know what they use to do that. So it could be like an asylum type thing. I have no idea. It's just very creepy with all the mannequins and everything. Speaking of creepy mannequins, here is the large portion of this level that I hate with a passion. More so hate, like the hate is more so just due to my fear of possessed mannequins. And how the controls while using the torch can be a bit annoying, especially in some situations. I've done this level quite a few times, so I know which mannequins in my hallways are evil, and also just bonus effect. There's a jump scare for you. It scared the hell out of me the first time I noticed that. The mannequins have a really weird range for their distance to grab. Oh, no, how much you? Let's send that one. And then that one. So as mentioned just before, at times the aiming with the torch can be a bit off. And it has caused me to die quite a few times. Especially in one of the rooms coming up. No matter how many times I've done this room, it is the worst feeling I've had in ages when playing a game. And I've played a lot of horror games in the last few weeks. I stupidly ran into that hand. Also, that's another first that I just always assumed that would happen. So, at least that's been put to the test. It's weird because at times the light can be very helpful and will automatically lock onto the mannequins, but at times it won't. So I try not to really put my faith in the auto lock on. I'll just try aim it best I can myself. Again, here's another puzzle that really didn't take me long to work out. And then it followed up with another puzzle. I will admit, the first time I came in here, this did take me a bit to get used, to work out. I knew I had something to do with the wheelchair, just didn't know how to go about it. And then I thought, oh, maybe it's the bucket over there, or this bucket here I need. And then I had the great idea of what happens if I turn the lights off again. And then it all came pieced together. I just got to make sure he's not going to block up the doorway, which he's not. Good. Because that can happen if you hit that switch a bit early. He'll get stuck in the doorway. And then you've got to turn the lights off again to do it again. Oh, okay. I'm just going to take a second to mentally prepare myself for this next room. I hate this next room more than anything I have experienced in a game recently. It's not the fact that there's mannequins trying to kill me, it's just the amount of mannequins trying to kill me. And how easily they can blindside you and just grab you like that. And it doesn't help when the game's trying to resist your movement by trying to lock onto a mannequin. So be prepared for a few attempts in this room. And as always, as soon as I start talking up how many attempts it's going to take, I nail it. You're going to see one of the best features that I personally love about this game so far, and that is the AI. They, when presented with a puzzle that you physically can't do, they will do it. but also at the exact same time, as we well know, I'm going to be taking this fuse now to put in that main door back in this lobby. And now I've got that other fuse back in this door. I don't mind having to come back and grab it, like this fuse here. But, watch the AI. Oh, where's he going? Very helpful. So the AI will actually go over and do certain objectives to save the player on time. And also, like, if I'm busy doing something else, which also we're going to see in a few minutes, the AI will start doing what we've got to do next. And you can blind them with your torch, so it's always fun. Will not lie, the very first time I came through this hallway, I was expecting bad things to happen, but nothing really happened. And just hearing all the creaks in the building, it really made for a nice little segue of just appreciating what the game has to offer. Light-wise, sound-wise. Okay, so in this room, we're going to see the AI do two different things. Starters, hold back a door while I'm dealing with a hand. But that's scripted. So as soon as I hit this hand for a second time, there's going to be a second hand for me to deal with. But the AI is going to start working on our escape. I don't know why I looped around again. So the AI will start pulling off boards until it gets to a board that requires 2 people. And as I mentioned before about, you know, just getting used to the range about with the weapons and the spacing when I was fighting the first hand, this is the ideal place that I was having in mind about it, because the pipe's a lot longer than the hammer, but I can clearly see it, but I always still close in the distance between them, and it always just causes me to die. I'm wondering if in the full game, if the AI can also attack. Okay, so it's that hand there that, well, both hands should now be one hit away. Yep. And final board off. Like, just looking at all of the stuff in the background, it's... How can you not be creeped out? Like the clay masks and everything were so good. And then this big thing. Whew. I look forward to seeing how this pans out. Because that's where this demo ends. So I would like to personally thank Bandai Namco for sending us a code to experience this. It was greatly appreciated. Thank you. Little Nightmares 2 will be releasing on the 11th of February in 2021 on Windows, Switch, PS4 and Xbox One. PS5, Series S and Series X will be releasing at a later date next year. That has been confirmed, but not the date. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you're looking to play it on the new gen consoles. But be sure to also check it out on February 11th. I know I will be. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one.